Hello everyone and welcome. Glad to have you all here for another Educational Friday, let's say. It's crazy how fast this has become a weekly tradition, and it's all because of you showing up, learning, and building together. Today's topic, let's say DeFi, the backbone of Web3 finance. But we're not just scratching the surface this time. We're breaking down how DeFi actually works, where the real opportunities are, and what risks you need to know. And here's the best part. We've got today two heavyweights in this space. Let's start by Mr. Youssef Esghaier. If you've been around, you already know him. He's been leading these sessions for the past few meetups. But for the new folks, Mr. Youssef is a blockchain expert who's been guiding the community through this space. If there is one person you want breaking down DeFi concepts, let's say, it's him for sure. And of course, our special guest, Mr. Isam Saad, a Web3 strategist and a builder who's been hands-on launching and scaling crypto projects. He'll be breaking down the business realities of DeFi and Web3. What actually works, what doesn't, and how Hedera Hashgraph fits into the future of finance. Okay, before we dive in, let's have our few quick things to keep this session smooth as always. Let's start by, if you have a question, which is the case, drop it in the chat. We'll get to them as we go. If you want to jump in, use the raise hand button. We love making this interactive for sure. And let's keep it real, guys. No interruptions, no off-topic discussions. Let's make the most of our time together. Cool. All right, then, let's get started. Mr. Isam, Mr. Youssef, welcome again. And let's start with you guys telling us a little about yourself. Is that cool?
So good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the fourth episode of Educational Friday. So my name is Youssef Esghaier, and if it's the first time that you're here, I'll quickly present myself. So I work as a software engineer and blockchain expert at the DAR blockchain, which is a Web3 company in Tunisia. So maybe if Isam, you want to quickly present yourself also.
Thank you, Youssef. Thank you, Mohammed. Thank you so much for this opportunity. Yes, my name is Isam Saeed. Some of you know me from TikTok and Instagram as I'm one of the crypto influencers in the Arab world. And also, I'm a Web3 marketing expert. I used to work for Hedera Hashgraph for 2 years of my life. And now I'm the CEO and founder of a Web3 marketing agency that's based in Dubai called Digitune. Let's get it started, guys. The mic is yours, Youssef.
Thank you very much, Isam. So we are thrilled to have you here join us today in this space to learn, connect, and innovate. So this series is designed to bring together forward-thinking individuals passionate about blockchain, decentralized technologies, and their transformative impact on our industries worldwide. So our today's session is all about unlocking the power of decentralized finance. So a topic that is reshaping the global finance landscape. This event is brought to you by DAR Blockchain in collaboration with the Hashgraph Association. So two organizations that are committed to decentralize industries and foster blockchain innovation. Before we start, I just want to give you a quick reminder, guys. So DAR Blockchain is offering a free Hedera certificate. So this certificate will allow everyone that will get it to apply for jobs with the Hedera Hashgraph as a developer, but also in the Web3 space. Like you can work with any Web3 company because you will gain skills in blockchain, cryptocurrencies, and also in the Hedera Hashgraph technology. Okay. So we only have 10,000 spots, and already more than 4,000 have been reserved. So people already started their free certificate, and we are also organizing an Hedera hackathon with a huge prize pool of $1 million soon. So don't waste more time, guys, and just click in the link that Amin will send you in the chat and reserve your spot. Okay. Next, Anas. Now let's dive into chapter 4, unlocking the power of decentralized finance. So decentralized finance, or DeFi, is revolutionizing the way we interact with financial systems. So unlike banks and traditional banking, DeFi operates on blockchain technology, removing intermediaries and giving individuals direct control. We'll also dive into core DeFi applications. We'll also talk about the decentralized applications and their use cases. We'll have a quick demo with Anas while using a DeFi platform, which is Uniswap. I'll also give you some tips about getting started and the key considerations that you need to take. We'll also talk about the DeFi risks and security, and we'll finally deep into some research for next session so that you can learn more about the DeFi space. Okay, next please. Let's begin with the fundamentals of DeFi. So decentralized finance, or DeFi, is an emerging financial technology that leverages blockchain and smart contracts to eliminate intermediaries like banks and financial institutions. This means that instead of relying on a centralized entity to process transactions, DeFi enables peer-to-peer financial interactions on a transparent and secure network. Now, how does DeFi compare to traditional finance? So first, let's talk about centralized control versus decentralized networks, okay? So traditional finance operates under strict centralized control where banks and institutions govern access. In contrast, DeFi runs on decentralized blockchain networks, allowing anyone to participate freely. Secondly, let's compare banking restrictions and global accessibility. Traditional banking systems impose limitations based on location, identity verification, and institutional policies. DeFi removes these barriers, offering financial services to anyone with an internet connection. Third, we can also compare opaque transactions with blockchain transparency. So in traditional finance, transactions and fees are often hidden within institutional processes, while DeFi transactions are recorded on public blockchains, ensuring complete transparency. So the key benefits of DeFi are first the permissionless transactions. So by that I mean that there are no gatekeepers or middlemen deciding who can participate. Also, there is greater financial inclusion. So DeFi provides access to financial tools for millions or unbanked and unbanked individuals worldwide. Finally, we can also mention lower costs by eliminating intermediaries. So DeFi significantly reduces transaction fees compared to traditional banking services. Yes. So as we move forward, we'll now explore how these concepts translate into real-world applications and how DeFi is shaping the future of finance. We'll explore right now the core components of DeFi that are transforming the financial industry. So first, we can talk about the decentralized exchanges, DEXs. I'm sure that many of you here have heard about DEXs at least one time, or maybe you have used DEXs also. So the decentralized exchanges or DEXs allow users to trade cryptocurrencies directly with one other without relying on centralized intermediaries like traditional exchanges. So platforms such as Uniswap, PancakeSwap, Radium, and Jupiter use smart contracts to facilitate trades and peer-to-peer in a peer-to-peer manner. So unlike centralized exchanges, DEXs don't require KYC verification, ensuring greater privacy and accessibility. So these platforms eliminate the risk of centralized control and censorship, allowing anyone to swap tokens seamlessly. We can also talk about the lending and borrowing platforms. So in traditional finance, lending and borrowing require banks or financial institutions to act as intermediaries. DeFi disrupts this model with platforms like Aave and Compound, enabling users to lend and borrow assets directly. So no banks are involved. Users provide liquidity to lending pools and earn interest. Interest rates are algorithmically determined based on supply and demand, ensuring an efficient market for borrowers and lenders. So borrowers must provide collateral, reducing the risk of default while maintaining trustless transactions. We can also talk about stable coins and synthetic assets. So while cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and Ethereum are known for their volatility, stable coins offer price stability by being pegged to real world assets such as the US dollar. So, for example, we can include USDT, USDC, and algorithmic stablecoins like DAI. Beyond stablecoins, synthetic assets replicate the value of real-world assets like stocks, gold, or fiat currency in a decentralized way. So this enables global access to traditional finance markets without requiring direct ownership of this asset. Next. So continuing our discussion on core DeFi applications, we now turn to two important mechanisms that power the liquidity and efficiency of decentralized finance. So we also have yield farming and liquidity mining as core DeFi applications. So yield farming and liquidity mining are ways for users to earn passive income by providing liquidity to DeFi protocols. In yield farming, users deposit assets into liquidity pools to facilitate decentralized trading, lending, or other DeFi functions. In return, they earn rewards, typically in the form of governance tokens or a share of trading fees. While liquidity mining is a specific type of field farming where participants receive additional token rewards for contributing liquidity to a protocol. So we can also talk about the automated market makers, the AMMS. At the core of decentralized exchanges, there is the automated market maker model. So unlike traditional order book-based exchange, the automated market makers use smart contracts to facilitate token swaps automatically. So instead of matching buyers and sellers, automated market makers like Curve, SushiSwap, and Uniswap use liquidity pools where users deposit assets. So we can move on. Now let's explore some of the most impactful decentralized applications and real-world use cases. So first, we can talk about the lending platforms. Decentralized lending platforms like Aave and Compound allow users to deposit assets and earn interest, just like a traditional savings account, but without banks. Second, we can also talk about the decentralized exchange like Uniswap that enable secure, trustless trading of cryptocurrencies. So decentralized exchanges provide global access to trading, removing restrictions imposed by traditional systems. Third, we can talk about the yield optimization platforms. So yield farming can be complex, requiring users to manually manage their liquidity across different protocols. So this is where yield optimizations platform like Yearn Finance come in. Finally, we can talk about the NFTs and tokenized assets. So DeFi extends beyond finance into digital ownership and tokenized assets through NFTs, so which are non-fungible tokens. Okay, so now let's explore how to use a decentralized exchange in real time with Uniswap, one of the most popular DeFi trading platforms. So I'll give a quick intro about Uniswap. So as I said, it's a decentralized exchange that allows users to swap cryptocurrencies directly without intermediaries. So instead of using a traditional order book, Uniswap relies on automated market makers and liquidity pools to facilitate trading. So Anas will do that. So
Hello,
here,
everyone.
hello Anas. So yeah, let's go through a step-by-step walkthrough of, for example, maybe swapping tokens. So first, just connect your wallet. As you can see right now, Anas clicked on the connect button in the top right corner of his browser. He chose Web3 wallet. So in this case, he has used MetaMask. Then he approved the connection to allow Uniswap to interact with his funds. So as you can see in the main screen, you can select the token that you want to sell in the sell section. So you can either type the name of the token or paste the smart contract. And there is also a buy section just below it. So same thing. You can either paste the smart contract of the token that you want to exchange or tap his name directly. So after that, you just need to confirm the swap. That's it. So why to use Uniswap? Because first you can get full control of funds. You don't need to deposit assets into a centralized exchange. There are no trading restrictions. You can swap any ERC20 tokens anytime. And there are also passive income opportunities, so users can provide liquidity and earn a share of transaction fees. So with that being said, this in this demo we have showcased how it's easy to trade assets in a decentralized way, eliminating the needs of for banks or centralized exchanges. So DeFi is making financial systems more accessible, transparent, and secure for users worldwide. But with that being said, this is not a financial advice. You also you need to consult financial advisor if you want to do trading stuff and all of that. So this is only for educational purposes. We can go back to the presentation, Anas, please. So I'll quickly give you some key considerations. So first, you need to choose the right wallet that you want to connect the DApp to. So by DApp, I mean the decentralized application or the DEX. So in our example, we have used a hot wallet, which is MetaMask. You also need to understand the smart contracts and the gas fees. So smart contracts automate financial transactions, and gas fees depend on network congestion. So, for example, the gas fees prices differ from a blockchain to another. For example, Solana gas fees are way cheaper than Ethereum gas fees. We can also talk about the security and private key management. So security should be a top priority in DeFi. You should never share your private key or seed phrase. Whoever has access to it can control your funds. You should also use a hardware wallet for larger holdings to prevent theft or hacking risks. And you should also be cautious of phishing scams. Always double check URL before connecting your wallet. Finally, we can talk about the regulatory and compliance aspects. So DeFi operates in a largely unregulated space, but some jurisdictions have become imposing regulations. So before investing or using DeFi protocol, research your country's regulation to understand potential legal implications. Next, please. While DeFi offers many opportunities, it also comes with risks that users should be aware of. Let's go over the major security concerns and how to mitigate them. So smart contracts and risks exploits come first. So DeFi platforms run on smart contracts which automate transactions without intermediaries. However, if a smart contract has a bug or a vulnerability, it can be exploited by hackers. We've seen high-profile hacks such as the DAO hack and the Poly network exploit where millions of dollars were lost. So since smart contracts cannot be changed once deployed, any flow can be exploited if not properly audited. So only use platforms with verified and audited smart contracts. We can also talk about the impermanent loss in liquidity pools. So liquidity providers in automated market makers can experience impermanent loss when the value of deposited assets fluctuates significantly. So third, some DeFi projects attract investors, collect funds, and suddenly remove liquidity, leaving investors with worthless tokens. So this is known as a rug pull. So finally, you should protect yourself in DeFi. So always research before investing and verify if a project has undergone third-party audits. Use a hardware wallet if you have large funds, and regularly monitor your wallet for any unauthorized transactions. So to conclude, while DeFi presents incredible opportunities, being aware of these risks and taking security measures is crucial for protecting your assets. With that being said, I'll leave the mic to Isam. So Isam, the floor is yours. You can talk about the business and the finance side of DeFi.
Thank you so much, Youssef. Thank you so much. That was very valuable information. And again, thank you so much, Dark Blockchain. Hello, guys. I see that there are a lot of people from different countries joining us today. I see that there are many people from Tunisia and also Algeria and Morocco. I'm so happy to have you here, guys. Also from many other countries around the world, but mainly we have people from Tunisia. So I'm really happy to see you guys. Maybe Tunisia would be the leading country in the Arab world when it comes to Web3 and blockchain. So today's topic is how is DeFi transforming business and finance? And why should we care, guys? Why should we care about this? Because it will change many aspects of our life, like raising funds, boosting revenue, creating new opportunities. Can we go to next slide, please? So a little bit about myself. There is a spelling mistake here in my name. It's Isam, not Assam. I am a KOL and founder and CEO of DigiDune. KOL means key opinion leader. So probably you know me from TikTok and Instagram as I talk about crypto. But also, I have my own Web3 marketing agency. I have more than 10 years of experience in marketing. I used to work for Hedera for a while. I launched more than 30 crypto and blockchain projects. And also, I am an expert when it comes to sustainability using blockchain. I participated in many major crypto projects. Can we go to next, please? So, what is DeFi? So, when you guys trade crypto, crypto is a small part of the DeFi system. And I would like to ask you guys to just focus with me for the next 10 minutes. And I promise you that you will start seeing crypto in a totally different way. So let's get started. So DeFi is decentralized finance, which means it's another financial system that removes intermediaries like banks, organizations, VCs, and just allow normal people like you and me to participate in the financial process, like transactions, lending, and investments, without any control from governments, banks, and all organizations. So it improves transparency because everything is registered on the blockchain. You can go and check it out. Also, you can leverage from automation in the smart contracts. Anyone around the world can have access to it. And also, it lowers the fees and has faster transaction process. So only this, the last one, low fees and fast transactions, is enough to have advantage for DeFi over traditional financial systems. Let's go next, please. So why should we care? Because DeFi is changing our world forever in many aspects, and democratizing finance. Anybody can participate in investments and finance. New funding models like tokenization and DAOs, automation and efficiency, financial access to people in developing countries who don't have banks. Also new revenue models, and also cross-border payments. Let's go next, please. So now we will have examples of each use case, and we will see a real-world example of each one of them. So the first idea of DeFi is fundraising without banks. So normally, if you have a company, if you have a startup, and I started many startups in my life, and every time I go to search for investors. So I go meet investors face to face, or I go to the bank to ask for a loan, or I go to VCs, to venture capitals. And each one of them is super difficult. Investors will ask for a lot of guarantees. Banks will ask for a credit score and a financial plan and business plan. VCs, you need to go and start pitching to a jury and stuff. So each one of them is very inefficient and very difficult. Now, with the crypto, you can just tokenize part of your company, and anyone can buy your token as they are buying shares from your company. This is actually very cool. Me, I live in Europe. I can just buy shares from a company in the US or in Japan in a very easy way. I just buy their token, or I go to their website and just buy with very little money. So, next slide, please. Next, please. An example, a real world example of this is this company. It's called New York. It's called NIREF. NIREF. Actually, they have their own currency. And if you go to their website, you can see that you can buy part of real estate in New York City. In New York City, which is one of the most expensive and most difficult places to buy. How can you buy? You can go to their website and buy as little as with $1,000. You own part of a building or real estate or whatever in New York. This is actually very cool, and they are building this system on the Avalanche blockchain. This opens up new ways for this company to raise money very easily, very fast, and also it's beneficial for the customers. I don't have $500,000 to buy real estate in New York, but I have 1,000 and 2,000, maybe more, and I want to buy real estate in New York. This is actually very cool and very revolutionary. Let's go next, please. The second use case is DeFi lending and borrowing. So again, there are many startups in the world. They don't want to get funding, but they want to get a loan. This is okay if you are in Europe, in the US, in a developed country. But some countries don't even have this system, and they still need to have funding. They still need to lend money or borrow money to keep operating. Let's go next, please. So you can see that there is this organization called Goldfinch, and it's actually very cool because it provides lending or microloans for African entrepreneurs. I worked with many companies in Africa. They don't have banks. They don't have connection with the external world to get money from outside their country. So this company, Goldfinch, is banking the underbanked. This is actually very cool. It helps. Yes, it's a real world asset because it helps real companies get micro loans, and it doesn't need the traditional financial papers or the paperwork, and also it has very low interest rates. It doesn't need credit history or anything. So this system is better than the bank. Let's go next, please. Now, the third use case is automating payments through smart contracts. Now, imagine that, guys, smart contract is a piece of code. You just program it that if that condition is met, then do that action. If that, then do that. If that, then do that, So, and it's immutable. You can't change it. Once it's set, it's done. So there will not be any errors, there is no fraud, and there are no intermediaries. So imagine that all our contracts, all our traditional contracts that you do with a lawyer are like this. Are smart, automated, no fees, no intermediaries. This actually will change our world. Let's go next, please. So one of the use cases of this is automatic payments with smart contracts in gaming. So there is this company, it's called Axie Infinity. it's operating on Ethereum, where players can get paid with smart contracts when they open a new stage, or when they get to a new level, and this goes through NFTs. I know that. Let's go back, please. I want to say something here. So, because the gaming industry is one of the very much integrated into technology, was one of the fastest industries to get into smart contracts. But this has actually started being implemented in law firms for lawyers. So there are some lawyers in the world started using smart contracts, guys. So when you pay the money, you get the ownership of the house. When you complete the mortgage, you get the ownership of your house. So something like that. It's all automated, small. It's all smart contract through staking, through farming. This will start being implemented in everything in our life, guys. Let's go next, please. Now, the last use case, and then I will let you go home, enjoy your weekend, is DeFi and cross-border transactions. And this is what we all do right now with crypto. So if you guys have crypto, you want to send money, you can just send USDT. It's very smooth, very straightforward. You don't need to go to your bank to do it through the bank, or do it through Western Union or RIA or MoneyGram. This is the most common use case for crypto. We all do it, right? Before crypto, we used many slow systems like the SWIFT transactions. It's for companies and banks when they want to send cross-border payments. Now with crypto, it's way easier than this. You can send millions of users with a click of a button on your phone, you know? You don't need to use this SWIFT or banking that's high fees and slow, that can take days, and then they take a lot of money to execute this payment. Let's go next, please. Now, an example of this is MoneyGram integrated blockchain for remittances. You know XLM or Stellar? Of course, you all know MoneyGram. MoneyGram, you used to go to their location and pay them cash. They do the payment for you, and you need to fill out a form, your name, who's the name of the receiver and stuff. Now, in Africa and Asia, you can go to that MoneyGram app and send USDT. No need to tell who you are or who's the receiver is. It's a great mix between something centralized and decentralized to give an optimal service. Let's go next, please. So what I would like to tell you guys is that keep learning about DeFi and blockchain use cases. Now, some of you are developers, some of you are business owners, business enthusiasts, students. Guys, please, the future is this. And we are early adopters of this. Yeah, some of us are marketeers, thank you. So please keep learning about this. The future is this, and you are in the early stage. You will get a lot of money. You will get paid a lot for this. When every company and every organization in every state, every country will start implementing smart contracts or NFTs or blockchain, they need you. They will look for you. They will look for people like you who knows how to navigate the system. So please keep learning about this. Keep coming to these educational Fridays to learn and get certificates. And at some point in your life, someone will come to you and offer you a job. So can we go next, please? If you have any question, if you need any help in your life when it comes to crypto and Web3, please reach out to me. You know where to find me on LinkedIn. Or you can go and talk to the guys from Dark Blockchain. They are very helpful, very friendly. They can give you advice on your Web3 project. So that's it for me, guys. I hope it was valuable. And enjoy your weekend. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Youssef. Thank you, Isam. Thank you very much for this fruitful session. I think there is some questions if you
Yes,
want
exactly.
to we answer. Youssef, take the lead. Thanks.
Yeah, thank you very much, Isam. So we have a question for you in the chat. Nadir has said, can you tell us more about how real world assets work and how are they linking the tokens or NFTs with the real world assets?
That's actually a very good question. But it's a bit broad and it's complicated, but I will try to make it very, very simple. Okay. So let's first talk about reward assets and non-reward assets. So crypto started with non-reward assets, like something like in the metaverse, you know? So if you go to the Sandbox project or Decentraland, you can go and buy real estate in the metaverse. So this is not a reward assets. It's in the metaverse. Also in gaming, you are buying a shield, you are buying a weapon, a skin, or whatever. This is not reward assets. We are not talking about laptops. We are not talking about shares. We're not talking about gold, you know? Yeah, Libra land, exactly. And now, fast forward, companies started saying, okay, maybe we can start using crypto for real estate, or the real estate, you know, for houses, for lands, or maybe we can tokenize gold, or maybe we can tokenize shares of companies. And this is what started happening. It's happening everywhere, guys. There is in the Hedera ecosystem. I worked with a company called Arcax. It's one of the best in the world. It's in the UK, and it tokenizes luxury assets. So if you have a yacht, if you have gold, if you have diamond, if you have luxury watches, you can go to them and they create a digital twin, an NFT for it. So you own the watch, the Rolex watch, and you own its NFT. Why the NFT? Why is it so important? Because it shows the history of this watch. When it was produced, how much it was paid to get it, when did you get it, how much it was used, did you make any maintenance for it? So every single thing related to this watch is registered in this NFT, and it cannot be removed or deleted or manipulated. So this is tokenizer real world assets in a very simple simple terms. I hope it was clear.
Yeah, I think it was clear. Thank you. We have another question from Ali Shahtour. He said, I just noticed that you worked with the Guardian. Can you please tell us a little bit more about it?
Wow, what a good question. I do. Yes, actually, I was one of the core team that created and launched the Guardian, the Hedera Guardian. So also, the Guardian is a very complicated system, the Hedera Guardian, because it works with sustainability assets like carbon credits and what was it? The carbon credits and carbon emissions, and also renewable energy assets. So when you have a renewable energy farm, a huge farm with these solar panels, you are collecting or you are generating energy. Okay, so these companies started registering these energy credits on the blockchain. So they remove any possibility for manipulation or fraud. Same with carbon credits, because this carbon credit system is full of fraud, very easy to manipulate it. So when you put it on the blockchain, you protect it. So the Guardian is actually an engine where you can use it to get these assets registered on the Hedera blockchain. So it's a set of like 17 conditions. You need to satisfy all these conditions, and then at the end, you get an automated registration on the blockchain, and you get an automated certificate. So this is the Guardian in a nutshell, and it's been used by many large companies right now.
Perfect, Isam. So Yusra, I think she has two questions for me. So the first question, can you explain more about yield farming? And the second one is to compare claim drops versus airdrops. What is the difference? So yeah. So regarding yield farming, so yield farming is like depositing your money in a high interest savings account, but instead of a bank, you're putting your cryptocurrency into a DeFi platform, a decentralized finance platform to earn rewards. So how it works exactly is that you lend or stake your crypto in a liquidity pool. This pool help others to trade or borrow crypto. In return, you earn rewards, usually in a form of tokens or interest. So, if you'll ask me where do rewards come from, they come from trading fees. So, when people trade using the pool, you get a share of the fees, but also from token incentives. So, some projects give extra tokens as a bonus for providing liquidity. So, however, there are some risks to watch out for example, impermanent loss, as I said in the presentation. So, your deposited funds may lose value due to price changes. Also, as I earlier said, there are smart contract risks. Bugs in the code can lead to losses. And some projects disappear after collecting user funds. So, by that, we call it rug pull. Regarding the difference between claim drops and airdrops, so there are both ways to distribute free tokens, but there are some key differences. Airdrops are sent automatically to users' wallets. No action is required from the recipient. So they are usually used for marketing, rewarding early adopters or community engagement. You will find them usually on Discord and Telegram. While claim drops, users must actively claim their token. So often, users need to interact with the website or smart contract. So to easily break it down, for an airdrop, you wake up and see free tokens in your wallet. But for claim drop, you check a website and see if you're eligible or not. Then you can claim the tokens manually. So I hope that you found my answer clear for this, Yusra. I think we have another question for you, Isam. I saw you passed so it's Irosh. He said, I saw you past 2 years working with Adera. Do you think it is a good starting point for blockchain enthusiasts?
I really believe that Hedera is the best blockchain technology in the world. If you think about Hedera as a network, it's not technically it's not a blockchain. It's a hash graph. It's a different algorithm, you know that, guys. And it has all the advantages of blockchain and doesn't have all the disadvantages of the of a traditional blockchain. So I encourage everyone to get into the Hedera ecosystem. Try to build on Hedera. Try to get in contact with other community members. Hedera has a lot of webinars, events, and many ways that you can interact with the community, with the ecosystem. And believe it or not, when they notice you, they will probably offer you a job. And this is exactly how I got a job at Hedera. Exactly. Like I was participating in one of the events, and I was given a presentation about the company that I used to work for. It was a company in Belgium that's for NFTs. And the Hedera guys saw me, and after the event, they sent me a job offer. And this is how I worked for Hedera. So guys, keep interacting with the Hedera. Yes, the Hashgraph Association is actually a great place to start. You can see the link in the chat, guys. You can complete one of the courses. You can check if they have any events, any job openings. Also, Dara blockchain is a great way to get into this ecosystem because they have great partnership with the Hashgraph Association, and they are offering great value in education. So again, thank you so much, guys, for this opportunity.
Thank you very much, Isam.
Thank you very much, Isam. I think Ross wanna get up on stage, if that's okay with you guys.
Sure, welcome.
Sure, yeah.
Yes, hi, thank you. Thanks
Welcome,
for,
Ross.
thank you so
Welcome.
much. This is Rasim from Tunisia. I'm not a foreigner or anything. So, I'll make it quick. So the question is for you, Yusuf, or Isam, anyone. So I believe Isam actually said previously that NFTs or assets or real-world assets can actually substitute some of the storage value of something that is valuable, such as gold. And like we know, that Bitcoin is called digital gold. So are we for sure that we have the same amount of gold like it was previously in history of launching dollars, the dollar bill? People used to have their transaction in actual gold, so they issued these checks called dollar bills, and then the exact amount of this paperwork was actually a stored value of actual gold. But then things got like messy, and we know the story. So is it possible that the same thing will be happening over and over again? So it could be like a mean of inflation, or is there some solution in any blockchain such as Hedera, Ethereum, or whatever that can prevent this from happening? So in real world assets, I believe it cannot be replaced or manipulated. So if I purchase something with a token, I believe I get my property and nobody can mess with that. So that was the question.
I will answer part of your question, if I may, guys, and then I will leave it for Youssef because he's more experienced in this domain. But I want to touch point on a very important keyword that you mentioned, Ross, which is inflation, because gold is an inflationary asset. The more we live, the more we discover gold, right? The more gold we discover, the more land we discover, the more gold we discover, and also we can somehow we can extract it and recycle it. So it's inflationary, while Bitcoin is deflationary because the more we live, the less Bitcoin we have. This is because of the halving, and also because of the nature of Bitcoin. The third is that many people have their Bitcoin stuck in the cloud, and nobody can have access to them. We all heard about these cases where a businessman have their Bitcoin in a ledger and they die, and nobody has access. Not even their children have access to this blockchain. So it's gone. So that's why the more we live, less Bitcoin we have. So I see that Bitcoin is better than gold in this. Also, it's easier to transfer, easier to track. So we can use blockchain technology like Hedera to tokenize gold. But I think, as you said, Bitcoin is the new gold. So this was my answer.
100%.
This is what I think. And I will leave it for Youssef to answer the rest of the question.
Yeah, thank you very much, Ross, for interacting. It's a very interesting question. So I totally agree with Isam when he said, so you both actually said that Bitcoin is often called digital gold. So simply because it has shares several key characteristics with physical gold while offering additional advantages in the digital world. So first we can talk about the scarcity. So Bitcoin has a limited supply. As we said in our first session, there are only 21 million Bitcoin that will ever exist, so making it a scarce asset like gold. So also in gold, there is a limited amount of gold on Earth, making it valuable, of course. So both are store of value. We all know that gold is the first asset in the world ranked by market cap. I believe it's around 19 trillions. So people have used gold for centuries to store wealth because it doesn't degrade. Meanwhile, many view Bitcoin as a long-term investment that can protect against inflation. What differentiates gold and Bitcoin is that there is a factor of decentralization. So there is no central control. Like no single authority, government, bank, or company controls Bitcoin. It's maintained by a decentralized network. It's really hard to produce because we all know that Bitcoin is created through proof of work mining, which requires energy and computing power. Regarding the portability and accessibility, gold, to be honest, is a little bit difficult to carry, store, and transfer across borders, while Bitcoin is easily transferable anywhere in the world instantly via the internet. So you just need a crypto wallet that supports Bitcoin network, and you can transfer directly your Bitcoin. So mainly that's it. So why would I say Bitcoin is better than gold? Is because it's easier to store and transfer. No need for physical storage. Divisibility also, we haven't talked about that. You can send like some satoshis, for example, 0.001 Bitcoin, while gold is very hard to divide. Also, the transparency, blockchain verifies every transaction, reducing fraud. And finally, the programmability. So Bitcoin can be used in smart contracts and DeFi. I hope that I answered clearly to your question, Ross. Feel free to interact with us.
Yes, yeah, you did. Yeah, but I don't actually like how you degrade the value of gold because it's not degradable. I know it's heavier to carry, but it's gold. It has an intrinsic value. The value that when you see gold, you can touch, you can feel, you can actually tell that it's valuable. Everyone
Yeah, I
like
said that is valuable because, as I said before, it's the first
features
word.
of
Yeah,
Bitcoins. Yeah, the features are massive. You can do basically anything with
exactly.
Bitcoins.
Yeah.
I can
I
see
never
where you're
tried
going.
to degrade the value of gold, to be honest, but I just mentioned the
I
difference.
felt it.
Yeah.
I was sensitive. Yeah, no worries. But gold is gold. You cannot like actually.
Gold is gold and Bitcoin is digital gold.
Yeah, of course. Thank you.
Okay. So last question for you, Isam. Yusra is asking, do you still work on Edera in DigiDune Dubai? So I think DigiDune and
Um,
Edera are different or not?
Digitune is actually my
Yeah.
company.
Yeah.
It's a marketing agency. So one of my clients is built on Hedera. So
Okay.
I don't,
That's clear.
not directly. I am one of the ecosystem. I'm not. But of course, I still collaborate with Hedera on some events, some content, as one of my clients is still working with them.
Okay. No more question, guys.
Guys, any more questions here? It's your opportunity, it's your chance for like to ask Isam and Yusuf and all. Any more questions?
Mr. Isam, there is a question that got my
All
attention.
right.
Okay, so from what I understood, there is I call it a misconception. People still think that the blockchain industry is just for tech people, for programmers, for mathematical background guys and all. But I guess right now there are opportunities for other profiles like marketing people. And so there is a question. He says, what about marketing opportunities that blockchain opens? Right now, you lead a marketing agency, if I understood well. So I guess you are the perfect person to share your experience on that and the opportunities that are right now for people that are not necessarily tech background.
I love your question. Uh, and I can talk for hours about this topic. Let's call it Web3 marketing. Maybe, guys, maybe we can have another session just to talk about Web3 marketing and how it's different from traditional marketing, right?
Yes, we
Because
can do
it's
that.
really totally different. Totally different. For example, I worked for software companies for like more than 5 years of my life. And we used to have paid ads. We used to have social media in a different way. But here for crypto, you can't have ads. It's not allowed. You can see one ad. You can see some ads, some paid ads on Twitter and everywhere. But actually, they can't say the word crypto or token or something like that. They just mention something else. So it's very challenging. Now, to your question, what are the marketing opportunities? Um, a lot. So it's mainly based in on Twitter, on X, and Telegram. So the whole Web3 and crypto audience are living there, Twitter and Telegram. So not Facebook, or less on Facebook, less on Instagram and every other social media. I see great opportunity because very soon we will have blockchain-based social media or Web3 supported social media where everything is decentralized. Everything is you own your data, you own your privacy, and also crypto is enabled to do some payments, subscriptions, whatever. There is one built on Hedera though. It's called Galaxy. You can all go check it out. It's called Galaxy. It's for influencers. It's decentralized. It's built on Hedera. It's great. I really love it. It's still not very popular because it's still new. But yes, The future is Web3 marketing. So start learning from now, guys. Start learning from now. I hope I answered well.
Yeah, this was perfect. Yeah, this is really interesting, and I think, like you said, it deserves a section by itself.
I totally agree. I totally agree. So if there are not other
Right.
questions, then maybe we can allow people to go and enjoy their life.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You have all the right, guys. But I still see some of the community are still typing. I don't know. Omar said, "Is there other opportunities like you wanna share with us someday?" I don't know. Youssef, Isam, do you have anything? Yes,
Let's
Omar?
just keep an eye on the social media of Dark Blockchain. Maybe we will have another session. Maybe we'll have another event or job opportunities.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, just keep an eye on the social media.
All right,
Yeah.
all right, all right. That'll be very great. All right, guys. I see like no more questions. So, all right, all right, all right, all right. What should I say? That's a wrap up for today. That was like so smooth, guys. That we wish, let's say I wished that it gets longer than that. Man, like I saw Youssef community crew too. Thank you so much for this lovely vibe and presence. We have we have every day in here. Huge shout out to you, Isam, for dropping gems on the business side of Web3 and DeFi. And as always, big respect to you, Youssef, too, for breaking it all down in a way that just makes sense. And that's what we need the most. And of course, thank you everyone who showed up today, asked questions, and made this session what it was. These Fridays wouldn't be the same without this community. Trust me when I say it. Before we go, a quick reminder, if today's session sparked something in you guys, take the next step. The Hashgraph Header certification is still free for now. We have limited spots, as Youssef earlier said, and it's the perfect way to level up. Let me remind you to prove your Web3 skills. Check the link in the chat. And the certificates room, we have a specific room for the certificate and opportunities and all. Keep an eye, like Isam said, for the future sessions. That's it. Keep the conversation going in Telegram and Discord. We already shared the link with you in the chat. And we'll see you all next Friday for another deep dive into the world of Web3. Until then, keep building, guys. Keep learning too, and stay curious, especially curious. Thank you so much, and see you next Friday. Thank you all.
Bye.
Goodbye. Thank you all.